I'm sure you've done this before where, like, you see, like, a TV show or a movie, like, I auditioned for that. Let me see who got the part. And then you're just like, Will Smith.
Donald Glover had some things to say.
That's the other thing. I'm, like, one of the biggest Atlanta fans. Like, it's crazy that, like, end up getting hired on a show that he hates. And I'm, like, this big fan.
And we're back. TV, I say, in our new format. After an extended hiatus, we have been rebooted. We're even on a new network. That doesn't really happen. What is it on the list? It's like Us and Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Oh, Girls 5 Eva. It's a pretty good list. TV, I say, has finally pivoted to video, and you think we would have known that TV would kill the podcast star. But a lot has happened in TV since our last episode, so I have a lot of TV takes to cover very quickly. I know you've missed me. Here's what you missed on TV. Finally, everyone sees that The Bear is not that great of a show. I was saying this in 2022. They tried to send me to prison for it. Love Island has induced mass psychosis. I think we need to ban the show from children. You must be 18 years or older to watch Love Island if you can't watch it like a normal person. They canceled and just like that. It just got good. Yeah, it took 3 seasons to get good, but it just got good. R.I.P. The Last of Us Season 2, it was either great or horrible, depending on if you played the video game or not. I didn't, so hey, I liked it. Do you remember Industry? Industry on HBO? Do you remember Industry? Oh, no? You forgot it, like the Academy forgot it. Well, I remember Industry, one of the best shows of our time. Do I think Industry was snubbed? No, because Industry is too good to be recognized by the Academy. Hulu, they took over the documentary game from Netflix. Netflix, why are you putting out so many bad documentaries? You stopped doing really in-depth 4-episode documentaries, and now you're putting out 30-minute episodes about things like the poop cruise. And it's not even that interesting. They only had to poop for like 2 hours on the thing. It's a waste of time. Hulu has taken the crown when it comes to documentaries. They've put out so many that are good. Some big ones, Little Miss Innocent, Mr. and Mrs. Murder. They're using that ABC News relationship, and the results are great. Everyone talked about season 2 of Severance. They said so much about it, I cannot say anymore. I do not want to get the discourse started again. What else is there to say about everything has been said. I will say, I do not think that was Helly at the end. I don't care what they say. I didn't think it was Helly. I'm going to hold on to that. What else? Squid Game. Was that last season good? I didn't think so. There was a baby in it. Why? Why am I watching a child play Squid Games? That child doesn't have any debt. What are we doing here? But don't worry, if you did love Squid Games and you miss it, it'll be coming to the US so that franchise can continue to make money, because that is clearly what the show was about. And we have another reboot. Speaking of reboots, King of the Hill. It is all out now on Hulu. It is an interesting reboot. It feels really good. They have done a great job approaching the show in a modern way without doing too much of the, oh no, we hate woke. The characters, it does feel like just a nice warm hug to be back with Peggy and Hank. I can't say I hate it. It was a good time. There are some good episodes. So I'm not going to complain about this reboot. And I want to give one shout out to a show that I loved over this break that just drove me crazy that I couldn't tell you all about it during our hiatus. Common Side Effects. It's so incredible. Common Side Effects. It is such a good show. I wrote about it. I told you it is the animated version of Severance. It's so good. And now I can say it was nominated for an Emmy. They made, one good choice this year. That is what you missed on TV. Those are my TV hot takes. And we'll have a whole season more. And up next, we have our guest, comedian, actor, director, Niles Abston. Niles Abston, I am so glad you're here as my guest.
Thanks for having me.
For this wonderful new video format. This is what I'm excited to talk to you about, is how us comedians have to be TV stars now on YouTube. Yeah. How we got to do this.
Yeah, we got to do everything.
Yeah. Which we're going to talk about, because you do everything. You do it all.
I'm trying to do less.
Well, you're failing at that.
I know.
Because you just keep doing more.
I keep doing things.
First, you wrote for Dave.
I did.
Crapopolis.
Yes.
With the next season coming out, right?
Yeah, and I'm writing the current season that will come out after that. So.
Yeah. Well, I watch Crapopolis.
Really?
Yes. I do feel like I am one of 10 people.
Yeah.
But we're out here.
Okay.
We write strong for it.
The only other black people I know of that have ever watched it were my parents. And they watched it just to see if I actually have a job. So
I mostly watch it because I took Latin and ancient Greek. And,
Oh, okay.
And so I like to watch it and go, I get that. Yeah, I get that one.
I'm not really like an ancient Greece person at all. So whenever they bring up like the real stuff, I just am lost. I don't ever know what they're talking about. I watched Troy last night with a friend for the first time. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's what they be talking about at work. Okay. I'm not a nerd. I don't know.
Yeah. It does. You get the feeling that, like, there's funny people writing the episodes and then a nerd who's like, guys, actually, Romulus and Remus didn't do that.
That's literally our room. Like, someone will pitch a joke and then somebody will be like, well, if we're going by the real ancient text, that can't really happen. And I'm just like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
But also, your special Ask Guy just came out on YouTube a bit ago.
It did.
This is your third special.
Third one.
That you have done yourself.
That I've done myself.
So we were just saying, and you're a comedian. Mm-hmm. I'm a comedian. Yeah. I like to believe we're two comedians who are actually funny.
Yeah.
I believe, you know.
Yeah, I think we do all right.
And, but you've done 3 specials.
Yeah.
You've done them all by yourself.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm not going to get them produced by anyone else. And it's just like, I'll go crazy if I just leave an hour of thoughts in my head. So I have to get them out somehow. So yeah, I just produce them on my own. It's a lot of work, but thankfully I have like really talented friends that I can work with. But yeah, it's a lot of work, but I'd rather do it than not do it. Because, I mean, I'm never going to get one from, like, these other places, so.
Yeah, that's just not how it is anymore.
No, it just isn't, yeah. That used to be how you discovered your favorite comedian.
Yeah.
They would do, like, a half-hour special or an hour on, like, Comedy Central or HBO, and you're like, oh, wow, I love this person I've never heard of before.
Oh, yeah, like.
Now I'm a fan.
Maria Bamford on Premium Blends.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, Mitch Hedberg, I found him on. Yeah. I don't, probably also Premium Blend or something, but.
And so like that's how you discover comedians now.
Yeah.
And now it's just very much the opposite. You have to make yourself a thing.
Yes.
Or a brand or whatever, and then a streaming platform will let you have a special because it's just an ad for them essentially. They're basically taking your fans and bringing them to their shit. Where it used to be the other way around. They brought people to you because, like, that's how it should work.
Yep, and they should find an audience. But now it's, oh, you got followed. Can we use your reach? Oh,
yeah.
Now we can stay relevant. And it's like, oh, you're not, like, I'm working for Netflix. Like, you're not working for me now.
Right. And it was just, I was thinking about it today. It's like, it's crazy how it's going. It's like, essentially, all these platforms are saying, like, yo, this is really dope. But only 100 people shared it, man, so we can't do it. But we're going to put this bullshit on here that 1 million people shared so we can get them to go watch it.
Which seems to be a lot of the comedy industry right now.
Yeah.
So a lot of the most recent specials, I mean, if you're super famous, if you're Mark Maron.
Right. If you were
Carmichael, you're getting your special
famous
out.
Before, like, 2009, you're fine.
That's true.
Yeah. It's everybody else that decided they wanted to be something after the Obama administration started. That
was very stupid of us.
Yeah, why did I decide
to do that?
I should have stayed in college.
That was truly a mistake.
Yep.
Sometimes I am like, I was not meant for today's fame where I'm supposed to apparently be like on kick 24/7.
No, I can't do it.
I was supposed to achieve like 2005 like indie moderate level fame. Like, you know, I'm known in maybe some of the zine circuits, but that's all I was really craving. And now it's like, no, you have to have 30 million followers.
Yep. I was supposed to be a regular on like an 8-season show, and I'd just be doing my little specials now. Like, that's what I was supposed to do. But now I have to do this internet shit.
Yeah. I mean, being a regular on a TV show, does that even feel possible now? Like, obviously we came back from the strikes. TV is back sort of again.
Kind of.
Yeah.
In a very white way. And then there's just not as many, like, funny shows anymore. So it's just like, you have, like, this many shows now to try to get on. And then, like, they have to also be looking for a black person. So that makes it even shorter.
Yep. But like, you also have to be a black person with a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Already kind of know.
Exactly. and then that's to get in the room.
Yeah.
That's not even to get the job yet. You know what I'm saying? Because then they'll just like put some like black person that's already been on TV for like 15 years and just give it to them.
Yep. Yeah.
Like I'm sure you've done this before where like you see like a TV show or a movie like I auditioned for that. Let me see who got the part.
Got the part.
And then you're just like, Will Smith.
So she's a Maida.
Right.
Cool, but yeah.
Exactly. It's like, why did I audition? Why did y'all even have me audition for this if this dude was an option?
The most recent one I did, they had me audition for a role in Severance.
Yeah.
I go to watch, Merritt Weaver gets the part.
Oh,
I'm like,
Jesus.
why did you do that to me?
Yeah. The last one I saw, it was Happy Gilmore 2, and it was one of the Bad Bunny or Travis Kelce roles. And I was like, so why did y'all even waste my time doing this? Like, of course. Like, that's a cameo. It's a cameo movie. Have them in it. What did I even need to tape that
If they
for?
had told me Merritt Weaver is also, I would have been like, don't even make me do this.
Just let Bad
Go
Bunny
with
have
her.
the movie. I don't want to do that. But,
Yeah.
You know, but that's where we're at now.
Yeah. But it does seem like TV doesn't matter as much anymore.
You think so?
I mean, the crazy thing for me to say here on TV, I say.
That's what I'm saying.
The podcast about television.
Yeah.
But it feels like traditional TV isn't a thing. Like, I was watching Saturday Night Live with my little brother. He's 22.
Yeah.
And he truly was like, I have no idea what this is.
Well, yeah. Because, I mean, it's also been on TV for, like, almost 30 years. Like, what thing has been on TV for almost 30 years? Like,
Isn't it like 50? Yeah.
What? Yeah, way more than 30. That's what I'm saying, 50 years. Yeah. Like, I didn't care about SNL when I was in high school. You know what I mean? So it's just, like, I can't really expect some young person now. Because, like, we experience comedy so differently. But, like, I'm sure if you showed South Side to him, he'd be like, oh, shit. Like
South Side.
Yeah. But we don't get more than 3 seasons of that.
Yeah. I mean, I was obsessed with Saturday Night Live in high school.
Really?
Yeah, like I used to print out the Weekend Update scripts and I kept them in a binder and I would like practice it.
Really? Who was the Weekend Update host when you were doing that?
Oh, it was Jimmy Fallon and Tina Fey. Like I premium period for me. And everybody is always like the best SNL is when you were in high school.
When you were in high school. And that's the thing. I didn't watch it in high school, so that's why I've never I'll watch it now and be like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it feels like it used to be this huge gateway for comedians. You be on it, like get on SNL.
Right.
And now people are just like, I don't know what that is, but here's this person who I follow on TikTok and I watch them on Kick all day.
Exactly.
Do you watch Kick?
No.
Do you do any of that?
No.
I don't understand it.
I don't have the time to just sit there and like watch a person live their life.
That's what it is, right?
But I get that like kids want to do that though. Because like when I was a kid, like my version of that was Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller and Currency and Big Crit and like all these rappers that were coming up on the internet. They would all post these vlogs. But of course it was like I'd watch that for 10 minutes and then go do the rest of my day. Yeah, or
go do things.
Yeah, go do things. I didn't. But if at 2011, I'm 16, 17, and Wiz Khalifa is just on a stream all day, I probably would have watched it.
Watch that.
You know? So, like, I get it. But it's like also, like, those people I was watching also had talent. They're just not some dumbass in their parents' basement or whatever.
Like, most of the time, it just seems like they're like, so I set off a bunch of fireworks in my mom's bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
amazing
exactly.
But I guess
the people I was watching, I was also like listening to their music and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I was watching a lot of like Wiz Khalifa vlogs and Currency vlogs and like all that shit.
And now I know who DDG is, and I don't. Yeah,
unfortunately,
like
I know who that is. I wish everything I know about him is by force.
Yeah, like completely against my will.
I did not want to know who he was.
But every time I open my phone, it's like DDG goes to store with India Love and like does a kick, and I'm like, whoa, why?
But do you think? And this is one thing because like I don't watch vlogs anymore, and so I'm just kind of like, do you think eventually like kids will just grow out of that shit?
No.
You don't think so?
I think that this is the TV.
You think they'll be 30-something years old watching streamers?
I think this is the viewing experience they're used to, and they're going to grow up with it. I mean, the TV I watched when I was in high school, it's not like I grew up and was like, I'm going to start watching different things. Like, I was watching Grey's Anatomy then. I still watch it now.
Yeah.
And for them, that's their entertainment. That's why I feel like traditional TV, where is it going if we aren't really connecting with younger people?
Well, I mean, that's the biggest problem. If we were also making TV that would actually connect with younger people, I feel like it could offset that. But if you're not offering a real alternative at all, then of course they're gonna watch streamers all day.
Yeah.
So like, I can't really even think of a TV show that if I was like in high school or like early 20s, I'd be like, yo, this is the show we're watching. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess Love Island is
now I guess
what it is, which is sad.
That is very sad.
Like there's 12-year-olds who are like, oh my gosh, Love Island.
I know some.
And I'm like, oh right, you don't have like a Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, no, I know some. No, I found out some kids like in my family who were younger were watching that, and I was just like, wait, what?
I mean, it's a good show. This
Is
last season, I mean, I love it, but
Okay.
I'm an adult and
Right.
I understand that it's dumb.
Like a 13-year-old shouldn't be watching.
No. And I last season I watched. That was like the first season I really got into. I was like tweeting about it. I'm like, oh, these people are really falling in love. They're so funny. This season I was like, I'm just going to tweet my innocent little thoughts. I was getting death threats because people were like, what do you mean you don't like Huda?
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, this is a 13-year-old who wants to kill me because I said I don't care
my
if
God.
Huda gets a rare beauty brand deal. They really care about brand deals. They really,
Oh, is that what it's all about?
yeah, kids love the brand deals.
I'm like so glad I don't know anything about that show. Cause like I'll get on Twitter, which I should just stop anyway.
Yes.
But it's like I'll get on there and people will just be saying like the most insane shit. Like I guess there's some couple she found out the dude was racist or something, and then it turned into this whole like anti.
Oh, yeah.
And then and then I saw like I'm watching this. It becomes like this whole anti-interracial dating thing.
Well, yeah,
and then this girl makes a post about this one girl makes a post about like black men say horrible things about black women too. So like she was fucked either way. And then I was just like, and it's like somebody was just like, yo, what did we have to do with any of this? And then it just became a bunch of people online just like fighting over two people's relationship that'll never know them. And I was just like, yeah, I'm so glad I don't know anything about this.
And it's more like maybe the issue is that they found a relationship on a TV show.
Yes.
Maybe that is that was.
And I'm not shaming reality television at all because like sports is very much reality TV. It's just the people I'm a fan of are actually good at something. The people y'all are fans of aren't good at anything.
Okay.
Okay,
Like,
well, what are these people on Love Island good at?
Olandria can twerk so good. Okay. So good that Megan Thee Stallion was like, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
And Nick, he can model like so well.
So can a lot of people in the city.
But like his is like very like, wow, did you get that from your mom? Like you're so good at it. It's just very next level. And actually there was a basketball player on Love Island.
And he was good at basketball. He wouldn't have been on Love Island.
That is what people said.
Yeah. No basketball player that is good is gonna just stop playing basketball.
And there was a part where they were like, you're just here for clout, you just want to get famous. And he was like, if I wanted to, I could be overseas playing ball right now in Thailand.
All right, bro.
And everybody was like, no, if he was actually good, he'd be playing ball right now.
He'd be over there playing.
And somebody pulled his stats, and I guess
get the fuck out of here.
They weren't good stats.
No, of course they weren't.
I mean, I feel like right now basketball, like sports, is reality TV, but that's
absolutely
how
is.
I come across it. Like there's some football player who's just been fighting with Nicki Minaj.
Oh, Des Bryant is retired. Yeah.
And
he was signed to Rock Nation.
Why? For like
sports.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Jay-Z gets some
Maybe
good deals.
She's right. He's into everything. Why is he doing sports now?
Make money.
Don't do anything to me, JC.
Right.
But it seems like, I don't know, like anything I know about sports is just like Travis Kelce's dating Taylor Swift.
Okay.
The girls playing basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, the Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
Angel.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of, that one who's dating Megan Thee Stallion. Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sports.
Yeah, I actually kind of hate how popular women's basketball has become because I've been a women's basketball fan since I was a child because I just love basketball. And so it's like seeing your favorite band get popular and like the worst people are a part of it because like, and it's from like both sides. Like it used to be like I told somebody this, when you would go to a WNBA basketball game, first off, half the arena would be empty. So you could like move around and get a good seat. And there was two groups of people at these games. The lesbians, who rightfully so should be there.
Yeah.
And then mostly black men who got their kids for the weekend. That's who was there. Two groups of people that don't want to start no shit, just have a good time and do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful ecosystem.
And now this white girl starts shooting the ball from 30 fucking feet away. And now everybody's like, whoa, girls play basketball? I gotta go. And so now you got the all these like fucking racist people that need a great white hope. Then you got sensitive ass people that have never watched a sport before, but see a beautiful woman like Angel Reese that gets a brand deal. It's like, oh, I want to be a fan of her. But then if anybody says anything about her or any other woman, then it's like, you hate black women. And it's like, no, it's just this is how we talk about sports.
Well, no, they stand now. They stand her, so you can't.
And I'm a big Angel Reese fan, and she does deal with like racism and hate and blah blah blah, fuck all that. But like when somebody's just like critiquing like, hey, she should have shot the ball better today, like it's not an attack on all black women. Like I promise.
Are you sure?
Yes. And so like we got these sensitive ass people on Twitter, we got racist people who make them angry, and then you got dudes who were in sports media like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith that never paid attention to women's sports ever, but now know they can get extra ads or extra money or whatever. Now they're talking about it, and they're talking about it in like this like very like condescending, cynical way. And so like these women basketball players, like they'll say like, hey, we don't like the way you're kind of like discussing us in this way, and then they'll be like, but look here, bitch, we're finally talking about you. You should just be excited we're even putting you on the show. And so like you got like these three horrible groups of people that never even paid attention to women's basketball. They're all in it now, and it's just like it's made it terrible.
I was gonna ask you if someone wanted to get into it.
Stay away.
Actually, don't.
If you didn't watch women's basketball until now, fuck you. Stay away.
What if I had a Cheryl Swoops Barbie doll?
That's different. That is Cheryl Swoops is like the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? 4 championships in a row, Houston. And if you didn't know that, you don't need to watch women's basketball.
Okay, I won't.
And look, I'm glad the game's getting growth and they're making more money, but it's definitely made the product worse.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. But I do like seeing the outfits. They're killing it with the tunnel fits. Yeah, the tunnel fits are nice, and I like whenever Caitlin Clark does something mean and everybody like seems to freak out online.
And that's it. And I hate when people get on Caitlin Clark about being mean. She's an athlete.
Yeah.
If a dude was doing the stuff Caitlin Clark did in a game, you wouldn't even think about it. When she fouled Angel Reese and Angel Reese got up in her face and started yelling and shit, and like it was like this big deal, and like what's the coon Robert Griffin III was like, Angel Reese hates her. And it's like, nah, dude. It's like he is literally a professional athlete. Like you're in the heat of the moment. This is sports.
Yeah.
And like the fact that you're not letting women express themselves in that same way too is like, oh, only men get to be competitive and like women have to like reserve themselves. It's like, no, they're on the court.
It's the same thing.
And like now that women's basketball is popular, anybody can like go viral by talking about it. Like I saw this white comedian, Jeff Dye, was talking about women's basketball, and it's like, why are you talking about women? You're such a grifter. Like, because like I guess now the grift is like, if you talk about how they don't need to make more money, or if you're saying like they're racist towards the white basketball players, Republicans like
they love it. They're like, oh my gosh.
So like you're seeing like all these like white comedians and podcasters now talk about women's basketball. It's like, do grifters like have a meeting once a month? They're like, these are the things we can say to get Republicans riled up, because they're like always on the same like code. It's weird.
I do think that they have a meeting this month. Obviously, they were like Sydney Sweeney. Jeans.
Yes, it's Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. Like, do they text Joe Rogan and be like, hey Joe, what can we talk about this week?
Yeah. How about we say she's a Nazi and she made the jeans? And
that whole thing was crazy because like there's one comedian I really love, Alex English. He posted about it on his story. He was like, most black people I know didn't even know that even existed. Like we're not getting American Eagle targeted ads.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the ad till like 20 white people reposted it.
And every white person who reposted it was like, I just want to speak up for all the beautiful black women who grew up feeling ugly and maybe stupid and different and like nobody ever liked you. I'm speaking up for you to say Sydney Sweeney's jeans aren't perfect. Yours are perfect. Oh, you're welcome. And that is every video about it. And I'm just like you said, I did not know about it. I did get targeted with it on YouTube, but the first one I saw was like her doing an audition for a commercial. So I didn't see the one talking about jeans. And
so there's more than one ad, obviously.
Also that, which people don't seem to know.
Yeah.
There's 9 ads in the campaign.
I think that's one thing I can brag about. None of these ads were ever targeted towards me. So they know not to put that shit on my phone. It was crazy how I don't think I saw like one black person actually talk about this. I have not talked to any black people in real life about this.
Nope. I don't know a single black person who was like, I used to shop at American Eagle.
And now I will not.
And now I feel,
that whole thing was really, really, really weird.
Yeah.
And then they're like, she's a Republican. And I'm like, yeah. Don't you remember those pictures that came out? Like, we all know that.
She had like a MAGA birthday party.
For her aunt. Yeah. And so it's just like, we've known this.
Yeah.
A lot of white people on TV are Republicans.
A lot of people in Hollywood is, A lot of the shows you watch are ran by Republicans that you like, you guys.
Yeah, Yellowstone isn't the only show.
It's not
they try to act like Taylor Sheridan is like the only Republican.
The only Republican in all of Hollywood.
Come on now.
If you knew.
Yeah. Like, let's be real with ourselves.
I'm not going to say it because I value my career.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do want to talk about your time in the writer's room.
Okay.
I want to talk about Dave because I do feel it is an amazing show that is not given the credit it deserves.
It just, they did like a top 50 list of shows in the 2020s that started in 2020, and Dave was number 16. That was like pretty cool because usually the show doesn't really get I think the recognition it should.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's one of those FX shows that I think is right up there with like Atlanta.
Absolutely, yeah.
It like they let him do his thing.
Yeah.
He used that creativity well. And I do feel like...
He hires good writers.
Yeah, he hired great writers. And then it feels like he kind of was just like, okay, I'm done with this. Yeah. And everybody was like, oh, well then, okay.
Right.
Move on.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to move on, more stuff, like different things. I think he's like trying to make a movie or something.
Yeah. Was that your first writer's room experience?
It was. That was my very first one.
How was that?
It was really cool, like... because like Jeff, you're a TV person, like Jeff Schaffer was a co-creator of Dave, and like Jeff Schaffer is just like a wealth of TV knowledge, like right out of college he was hired on Seinfeld, and
that's a dream.
and then he created The League on FX, which is an amazing show, and then he co-wrote Curb and directed a lot of Curb, so it's just like he's worked with some of like the biggest people and just knows so much just about like storytelling and TV, so it was really cool for him to be like, I want this guy on the show, because I had a really good interview with Jeff, and so I would say like out of like the whole experience, like I would say like I learned so much from him that it was so cool. Just to be like sitting by him at a table and his phone starts vibrating and you see Larry David like pop up on the phone. Like honestly, it like made me scared. I was like, "You're not gonna pick that up?" He's just like, "No, I don't want to talk to him right now."
I'd be like, can I say something? Like, let me.
Right, I was like, can I answer it, please?
Please, like, I'd be like, oh, he left his phone here.
Yeah, that shit was crazy to just see like Larry David calls people.
Right.
And sometimes his friends don't pick up. Like that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I learned so much like being in that room with Jeff, and then like Dave is just a different show in the way of like the star of the show was in the room every day. Like he was just like a writer like the rest of us. Like he pitched ideas, he had story ideas and things like that, and he collaborated with us every day he was in the room. And so like I know most TV shows that's not the case. Like the star's not in the room. Or if they come by like every now and then, but he was in there every day, so it made the show a lot easier to write because you literally could just be like, "Hey, would you do this?" and he would just be like, okay. "No" or "Yes," So
he seems pretty game to do anything.
He is like I'm like the bus blowing up and him faking his death. Like that was one of like the more fun things we came up with.
That episode was great.
Yeah, we had a good time like scripting that. That was cool.
I do want to ask. When that final season of Dave came out, it was nominated, right? I thought it got an Emmy.
We didn't get nominated for shit.
Okay. I think before that season came out, Donald Glover had some things to say.
Yeah,
he was like, the final season of Atlanta is coming out. It's going to be better than The Sopranos. And, there's these white guys on FX who think they're making good artsy shows, but we're better.
Yeah. He said something along the lines of like, Dave was essentially like McDonald's in Atlanta was like a gourmet burger.
Yes.
And like I was just like I wanted to make fun of that so bad, like and like we just because it's just like at the end of the day it's just like it's TV, it's like fun. Like he made Donald made fun of Tyler Perry and it was really fun.
That was
And I was just like let's make fun of like him saying that shit, but like Dave was just kind of more like he just didn't want to like address it or anything like that.
I do feel like that was the better move.
Yeah. If like I guess like my name not being the title of the show made me be like no let's make fun of him, whereas like you know nobody's gonna be like Niles Abston did that, like they're gonna be Dave Bird did that shit, you know. But yeah, like that was definitely a funny thing to talk about like in the room, because it's just like the shows I'll say like they're similar maybe in like premise or like maybe like. But I think stylistically and like the way they joke, I think it's just completely different.
Very different.
Especially with like the whole thing of like Earn in the show is not the star, you know what I mean? Like it's more like Paperboy. So it's just I think they were just like two completely different shows, and also it's just like rap and hip hop is so big. Like why not have multiple shows that you know offer different like sides and perspectives of it? But yeah.
So how did you feel when you saw nobody cared about the last season of Atlanta?
I wouldn't say nobody because I cared. I liked it a lot. That's the other thing. I'm like one of the biggest Atlanta fans. Like it's crazy that like Atlanta is the reason why I was like I think I'm gonna write TV.
Yeah.
It made me feel like somebody that had my type of ideas could write TV. I think I'm wrong. I think Donald Glover is just like white people's favorite black person.
He is.
And so he got
really
to do cool shit.
Yeah.
But it did make me feel like I could do it. Like the first TV script I wrote was my own episode of Atlanta, and like that like got me like noticed and stuff. So it was just crazy to like end up getting hired on a show that he hates. And I'm like this big fan of him in Atlanta.
I say it, yeah. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
And I did reviews of the first season that were like really positive, and I did like a review of a later season episode. I think it was the one that had that like manosphere guy who died of a heart attack. And he was in the episode.
Was that a season 3 one?
It was the last season. It's that black and white one where they have to like prove they're black in order to
the reparations thing.
Yeah. And I was like, this is a great episode, but like Kevin Samuels, I think his name. He was like this YouTube guy who was like, black women suck and that's why they aren't married.
Oh, yeah.
I was like having him in it, like just, you know.
That was weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Why I'm laughing, it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
And I guess he saw that and got really upset. And he tweeted about it. And I was like, oh, I'm a fan. I just.
So you've upset like 2 of white people's favorite black people with your reviews.
Yeah.
So I remember Gerard had said something about it.
Carmichael and
then now Donald too.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And, you know, I think there is at least one black person who works on The Bear, so in the writers' room.
So they'll be upset about that. Yeah, I apparently like if you look up The Bear, like if you look up like somewhere like if like about how The Bear's not a comedy, like a quote from me is pulled up from some article, and I was like, God damn it.
Same, yeah.
Like you literally could like you could just like it's like in an article. TV writer Niles Abston from Dave says, and I was like, and the thing was, it was a joke. I said. Basically, I said that The Bear breaking 30 Rock's record for comedy image would be a joke on 30 Rock. And like that was like it was a joke, but then it's like pulled as this quote. Yeah. Now I just look like some like bitter ass writer that's like, you just want to write for The Bear. It's like actually no.
I like to write jokes.
Yeah.
I like to write funny things.
I write jokes.
Yeah. But you know, I was a hater from the very beginning.
Really? Because of the Chicago shit?
Yeah. I mean, I had my original review. I binged the show as soon as it came out.
Really?
And as soon as it came, I binged the entire thing.
Did you know about it before it hit Hulu?
Oh, yeah. I was like waiting because they
I didn't know
stuff.
anything about it until I saw it on Hulu. And I was like, oh, shit, Lip got another show. That's what's up.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, they shot some stuff in Chicago. So I knew friends who worked on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go. This is supposed to be the show that does Chicago right. And imagine my disappointment when they did Chicago wrong.
They're not from Chicago, right?
That is pretty much correct. Chris, who is like the main showrunner, is from the suburbs, Lombardo. The suburbs, not Chicago proper.
Not Chicago.
Just want to say.
Yeah.
And his sister is a chef in a restaurant in L.A., not Chicago also.
Okay.
So maybe that's why they got things wrong.
That's so
they
funny.
They used a picture. There's like the Tribune building in Chicago, very famous. They use the wrong building. They use the Tribune building that's in Oakland, California.
No,
and like B-roll footage.
They didn't.
And as soon as I saw that, I was just like, wow.
Really? They did that?
Yeah. This is the first season.
I saw like a few episodes of the first season, and I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, anything with somebody from Shameless in it, I'm probably gonna watch.
I do love Jeremy Allen
That's
White.
like one of my favorite TV shows like ever.
Yeah.
And I got to be in it, which was like really cool.
You were in Shameless?
For like 10 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when I was back in like 2018, like I was like living in my car and like doing extra work. And like I remember I got the text like, you're on Shameless today, $100 for like 10 hours or whatever, and I was like, bet. And so yeah, it was cool. Like I remember it was a bunch of people we were supposed to just sit in Patsy's Pies, and so they were like lining everybody up, and then this one like PA like grabbed me and was like, except you. And I was like, oh shit. And so but what they needed like Fiona's supposed to like walk in Patsy's Pies and like start yelling at somebody and like cussing her out as Fiona does.
Yeah.
And then they just wanted for like the frame, they wanted another person to walk in behind her. So like so I walk in like after she like yells at somebody. And so that means that I was the only extra outside. So literally I got paid all day to just kick it with Emmy Rossum outside.
That's pretty
It was so cool. Like I would like, she was just like, I don't need to go to my trailer. Like Niles is cool. Like we were just like we were literally just talking about life and shit. And like I met Jeremy Allen White. Like he literally was like smoking cigarettes outside.
He does really smoke.
And like he was like, we talked for a second, but yeah, I just like hung out with Emmy Rossum for like 8 hours. It was great. And then I remember I was telling her like, yo, I think I'm gonna quit like all this shit because like I'm living in my car and I hate this shit and whatever. And she was like, no, don't do that, don't quit, like blah blah blah. So it was like I didn't quit because like Emmy Rossum told me not to.
She told me to keep going, I would keep going.
So yeah, but so I love Shameless. So like when I saw him, I was just like, yeah, I'll watch this. And then I watched a couple episodes. I was like, I'm good.
I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna laugh, and this is a sad monologue.
Well, that was the thing. I didn't know I was gonna laugh. I thought it was just a serious show. So, like, when I watched the first few episodes, it talks about, like, John Berthnall's character and all this stuff. So I was like, oh, this is, like, a serious show. I don't really like serious shows like that. So I just stopped watching it. And then I remember then it got nominated for a comedy the next year. And I was like, wait. Yeah. So, like, so I was telling somebody, I was like, imagine writing for an FX show where we're writing all these jokes and, like, being funny. And then another FX show that has none gets a comedy nomination, and it's like we had been on for 3 seasons, and I was like, I don't know, something seems up here.
It is category fraud, across the board.
Absolutely. Category
fraud, and there's all of the tricks they do with the Emmys and the Academy, but it's just so blatant that it like I don't feel like Hollywood is gonna put up with it for much longer. Like I'm just like,
you think enough people are probably just pissed off?
Yeah, I mean, and also the last season, people are finally seeing the truth. The Bear is not that good. Yeah,
I think I watched the first episode of season 3 with my roommate.
Oh yeah, that was basically like a credit card commercial.
It was just a long montage of people chopping shit. And I remember she turned over and looked at me and she goes, "It's usually not this bad." I promise. And I was just like, it's okay, but just know I won't be watching the second episode with you. Good night. And I went to bed. But it was like one of those things. It was like one of my first like Hollywood, like, I don't know, just like snubs in a way. Like I just felt like season 3 of Dave was just so funny and had a really cool perspective, and it just didn't really get the recognition that I really thought. Because, like, I mean, season 3 was very much about a white music artist that realizes that, like, oh, I might have put out shit that developed a bad fan base. How do I fix that? Oh, I can't fix that. And I just thought that was, like, a really cool conversation that, like, had never been on TV before.
Yeah.
And I thought we just did a lot of funny shit.
It was really good.
You know what I mean? Like Jack Harlow coming on and just being hilarious.
He was great.
Rachel McAdams was funny. Gator's funny as always.
Your episode. You can say the Met Gala episode, your episode you wrote.
It was cool.
It was really good.
I got to meet Don Cheadle. Like, we had a good, but that's the other thing. Like, we had a great time making it. So, you know, you can't bank on awards. Like, it's not like a thing. But.
Yeah. Like I said, we're comedians who are funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, personally, I don't think it's like cool if you're like a comedian and you're like, I love the government. I feel like it's like not cool. But it seems like all of a sudden, like it's like Theo Von is so cool because he's tight with the vice president.
The Kushners.
Yeah. It's like, sure, they backed themselves into this corner where they were like, we're all moving to Austin and we're gonna like.
Well, it's crazy.
Love
He's
these
the one that was like, I'm
Republicans.
not going to Austin, and he's doing the most damage.
Oh my-
the two that did the most damage are the ones that were like, nah, I'm not going to Austin.
Yeah.
Theo and Andrew didn't go.
And then
They were like, we're gonna be shitty from our comfortable places.
like, I'm not stupid. I'm not going somewhere where weed is illegal. Come on.
Shit is crazy to me.
It's crazy. And there's just an article that came out in like the Houstonian where they did this big segment on how every comedian that moved to Texas hates it. And like Shane Gillis is just like, it sucks out here.
I
like,
saw something about him talking about that.
And they all just hate it so much. And it's like, okay, you put yourselves in this position where your fan base is the worst people.
Yeah.
And like, in order to do your thing now, you have to interview actual like Nazi Hitler.
It's like doing podcasts with like JD Vance and Trump and all sorts of type of shit. And it's also to be a comedian and you interview this vice president who's getting memed to death and has like all these jokes about fucking a couch and you don't bring that up or make some kind of like, it just gets to the point where it's just like, are you really a comedian anymore?
Yeah.
I think you're like a personality, you
Yeah.
know, and it just gets, and it's also one of those things of like, they like to do this thing where they can like do whatever damage, right? And then just be like, but we just done comedian. We didn't know nothing. We just tell the joke and we're comedian. And it's like, no, you don't get to do that anymore.
Yeah. It's not what it is. Like, and we all know this. Like,
exactly. So it's just, and so also it also makes me realize like they think their fans are dumb. The fact that they would do that and then just be like, we didn't know he was going to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're just as shocked as you guys.
Yeah.
Like, it just, like, they think the people that watch them are stupid, and I feel like they don't respect their audience.
Yeah.
Because there's this, and I don't even know when it shifted, because, like, I just don't feel like comedy audiences were ever like this until, like, the internet or, like, Trump or whatever. Like, I don't know.
I feel like, I guess I would say it started with like Jon Stewart and like Bill Maher kind of really taking up like one side of we are like liberal comedians.
Okay.
And in response having people like Bill O'Reilly and Tucker Carlson as sort of their enemies. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you're probably too young to even remember that.
Yeah. I don't really. I started watching The Daily Show like in college.
Like Tucker Carlson and Jon Stewart had this like long running beef where like they went on each other's shows all the time. And it was it was like people who were truly like Jon Stewart should be president. Like they did this massive political rally. It was like Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert. And it was like this satire rally to unite the left and the right, but like Stephen Colbert's like, you know, satire character.
Yeah, I was so young as a kid, I just thought Steve Colbert was a Republican. Yeah. And I was like, man, fuck that dude that comes on after Jon Stewart. Because I didn't know what it was. Yeah. I never felt the need to like get into white people's business, so I didn't care.
And I think that's when it started to become like, oh, there's liberal comedy and there's like conservative comedy. Okay. I have Jeff Foxworthy. I have, so, you know, you're a redneck. But the thing is,
with that type of comedy, it was never like these rabid fan bases of like, see, I like my comedy where he talks about stuff that people don't let you talk about that anymore. Like, it just like, it was never. It's like people like are angrily watching comedy now, or like they're like watching it like they're like pissed off, like like I performed at the mothership, and then like it's like weird.
It's weird.
It's like a rally.
Yeah,
like it's like you say anything and people just start screaming, and I'm like, this isn't real, and like I think it's just a very slippery slope when you start pandering into this whole like, oh, I know if I say this certain phrase or take this position, I'll get this whole fan base to support what I'm doing. Not really because of the comedy, because we all agree on something.
Yep.
And so I'm just like, when you realize like that's a cheat code that you can like just kind of like hack, I think it turns into one, like all of this political reactionary shit, but two, I just feel like it gets dangerous. Because now you have all these people who are just like rabid fans What happens if one day you may say something that's like a talking point that they don't necessarily agree with?
It's gonna happen.
You're not like, and it's just like, what is gonna happen to you? Like,
Yeah.
I would be kind of scared if like all these like right wing people loved me so much.
So yeah, because they will turn on you eventually.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. And it's like they will cannibalize you the second you accidentally say like, yeah, I did get someone an abortion once. Like,
right.
oh.
Or just like interview a woman and treat her like a person on your podcast. You know what I mean? So like I feel like that's a lot of times where they don't really bring women on their podcast.
They really
like,
do not.
Because if I have a nice conversation with you,
Yeah.
one of these people might get angry with me.
Yeah, the only women that is like Whitney Cummings,
Yeah.
like other, yeah.
And she knows the script. She's
Yeah.
like her kind of approach to comedy has changed over like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
The way she like says things on stage and like certain phrases she'll say is like, you never used to say that.
Yeah, like you used to just be like funny and
Yeah.
talk about dating and stuff, but now I see the
Yeah,
little dog.
but if
whistles
I
you're
had to,
sending out.
distance myself from a pedophile,
yeah,
I'd probably go right wing too.
Yeah.
So,
He's back on the road too.
oh, he never left.
That's true. He was just he kept
Oh yeah,
doing.
Crystalia was selling tickets through all of
he was
that
at
shit.
the Improv still, Laugh
Yeah,
Factory, I think.
Laugh Factory, like
Yeah.
man, like that's the other thing. It's just like these comedians, they make so much money and they do all this shit because they know these people that support them. Honestly, them being a worse person is gonna get them more support. Morgan Wallen says the N-word, his streaming goes up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these weird, like right wing, reactionary, like corners of the internet. It's a lot more people than you think.
Yeah.
And they're a huge fan base, and they're not really, and it's sad because they're not really looking for art or comedy or good music or anything. They're looking for someone to basically agree with these awful like opinions that they have.
Yeah.
And they're looking for people to like agree with the fact that they think that like immigrants shouldn't be here and black people shouldn't be here and women whatever. So it's just like that's what they're looking for. So when you look around and you see that is your fan base, you just need to understand that's what you represent.
Yeah.
And also you don't just get to do takes backsies when now your back's against the wall, you know?
Yeah.
You're a grown man.
Yeah. And that's just the attention economy we've created for people.
It's weird.
It's weird.
And like and you know, Hollywood's always gonna bend the knee to whatever has the most views and most money. And so
Exactly.
like that's who's getting Netflix deals and like their podcasts are getting turned into TV shows and they're getting really bad sketch shows that even their fans are like, yo, this sucks. You should just do that podcast with your wife.
Did you watch that one?
No, I didn't watch it.
I watched it. It was so bad. It was so
Actually, you can tell by the trailer it was so bad.
But I know, and I just was like, I'm just gonna give it a shot. He used to make me laugh like 15 years ago.
Yeah, until he got rich.
And I was there. There's funny writers. He had like Johnny Pemberton in. I was like, there's funny actors.
Okay.
If you don't, we're talking about Bad Thought. I don't even
know what it's called.
It's on Netflix. Tom Segura.
Bad show.
It was so bad that it was like every comedian just like silently agreed to not mention it.
No one mentioned it. It's just like nobody
talked about it.
Nobody. Jerry Seinfeld's a genius. He knew that Pop-Tart movie was bullshit, so he put every famous comedian in the movie so they couldn't talk shit about it.
So they couldn't talk.
I got you a check, nigga. What you gonna say?
Well, that is the move. That is what they do in Hollywood. And I watched it and I was like, oh yeah, he put all his friends in this and they just are all going to be very silent.
Yeah.
And I tweeted something that was like, wow, that comedian show is so bad that like no one is saying anything and nobody could guess what I was talking about. And I was like, yeah, because no one watched it.
I've never even seen anyone talk about it. And he's one of the biggest comedians in the world.
In the world right now. And he had a whole show.
Literally,
no
I saw a
one
comment from like a
talked
big
about it.
fan. They were like, yo, like you should just do the podcast, bro.
Yeah, it's
That would hurt really hurt my feelings. Because like podcasting is like this thing that like is kind of like low pressure. Like you're just having a conversation with people. And if people see your TV shows like, hey, you should just like talk to your wife in a basement.
Yeah.
We'd rather
you don't need to.
We'd
do
rather
that
you
again.
talk. We'd rather watch you talk to your wife about mundane things for 2 hours than this script you worked hard on. I'd kill myself.
Yeah. It was so. I gave up in the middle and then didn't have anything to watch. Went back and finished and was like, I don't love myself.
Well, the sad thing is with Hollywood is when they see a comedian they want to make money off of and they don't really have a perspective anymore or know what they really want to do, they just like tell you like, well, like make your Chappelle show essentially.
Yep. Yeah. And
usually you can only make those shows if you've really got a point of view and you really got something to say, because they've given about 3 or 4 famous white comedians sketch shows on Netflix, and they've all been bad.
Yeah, they've all been bad.
Yeah.
And that one,
Because it's just like, you're rich and white, and it's just like, you should just make a TV show probably about that.
yeah. There was one sketch that got me. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was
How many
like-
episodes was it?
I think it was 10, maybe
Really?
8. It's not
Damn,
good.
10 episodes
Yeah.
and one sketch got you?
There was one sketch in the whole thing, and it's like he has to like save people and fly a plane because he's the only person who can speak Spanish. But then there's people who don't like him because in an old like thing he used a slur, and so that he's like, "So you not want me to save the plane?"
Oh, that's
then?"
funny.
That was I was like, okay.
That's good.
That was the one. It was like
Wow,
5
there's
episodes
one?
in. It took about 4 hours to get there, and in between that, there's a lot of
I also think
This
they
is
all,
disgusting
a lot of those like people like on that side of it, they all want to make TV because like Shane is doing well. And so like, but Shane's really funny.
really funny. Tires is funny.
Tires is funny as shit.
It's so good.
And it's just like, but they see because Shane, bumps shoulders with those people, and that I'm not saying anything like that's not true. He bumps shoulders with those people,
Yeah.
and so it's just like, so they see Tires, and it's on Netflix, and it's doing well, and it's a really funny scripted show with a point of view, and it's like funny character. Stavros is really funny in the shit, and they probably see that, and it's like, well, I gotta figure out a show like that.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
can do
like,
that.
I have
I
more.
can
I have
write a
more
show.
money
I know
than
some people.
I have more
Yeah.
money than Shane Gillis. I can produce my own show, and it's like, you gotta be funny.
You gotta
though.
be funny.
And also, it's just like, you got to surround yourself with funny people like, what's the dude's name? McKeever, that directs it all.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
he would do the sketches with Shane. Like, he's a really funny
He's
writer.
Really funny.
So it's just like, if you don't have that type of person in your group, then what are you, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's just like,
you're
I
gonna
feel like a
struggle.
lot of them are trying to like move into the TV space, because I know like Theo Von, him and David Spade made a movie
Yeah.
together.
And he also has like a movie coming out with Drewski.
Oh yeah. I helped make the trailer.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
you were on the set.
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, that was fun. But I don't know anything about like what's going on with it now, or if they're actually gonna make the movie or not. But it just seems like a lot of those guys like see Tires being successful, and now all of a sudden they're trying to like produce movies and make TV shows now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the youngest guy in the group made you all want to do that.
Right?
That's funny.
It's like, you don't have the juice like him.
You
Sorry.
they just don't.
They don't. They all think like, oh, I've been doing it longer than him. Like I got. And it's
I
like,
can make tires.
Yeah, it's like,
And they're like, no, you can't.
Sorry. Okay, we're gonna wrap up now.
Yeah.
What are you watching right now? You got any suggestions for the
I've been watching The Wire.
Okay, yeah, it's a classic.
I've never watched it before.
It's your first time.
Yeah.
Wow. What
It's
do you think?
great.
It's so good.
It's not overhyped
Yeah.
at all. In fact, the people that told me about it, I don't feel like hyped it up enough.
Probably not.
I mean, just the storytelling. Like, I don't really see things on TV that tell a story that well, like that.
Yeah.
And the way they set the characters up, and the way they set it, and it's just like every season they kind of bring in a new like focal point character that kind of changes the world in a way, and like they do it flawlessly every time.
And you people hate. They say season 2 is
Season 2
horrible.
was great.
Season 2 is my favorite season.
your favorite,
It's
really?
my favorite. It's so good.
So
Season
far,
2,
3. I think 3 is my favorite.
3 is really good. That's I think
I'm
what
on
most
4
people
right
do
now.
Of Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
That shit was amazing.
That's so good.
I'm on season 4 right now, and it's funny. Like, an actor I've become friends with like later in life, he's a child in season 4. So I need to text him, and be like, yo, I'm finally watching you in this show now.
That's so
But
good.
it's just like, the show's great. I was just like,
Yeah.
you see Michael B. Jordan as a kid in
Yeah.
season 1.
Season 4 is so sad.
Really?
Are you not at 4
No,
yet?
I'm
Oh.
on 4 right now,
Okay.
and everybody's saying like it's the best one. So like I've liked it a lot so far. But it's just like the storytelling is just so good, and like it really has something to say in the show, and that I think is missing from a lot of hour-long dramas now.
Yeah.
I feel like hour-long dramas now is just like have a cold open scene that catches people's eye, have a sex scene in the middle, and then have an end scene that's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And now we have a show.
Like a murder mystery.
Exactly. And so like, but I like this show is just like, I feel like if you don't have like a good attention span, you probably just can't focus in on it.
Yeah.
But I think like the storytelling is just unmatched. Like it's really it's blown me away.
Yeah.
Like for me as a writer, it's made me want to like step my shit up. For real.
It never got a nomination.
Isn't that
Never
crazy?
won. It's crazy.
Kind of
Because-
like Dave.
Kind of. So in a lot of ways, Dave in The Wire.
Dave and The Wire.
And that's what it's all about.
Great shows not getting nominated. But yeah, I've been watching The Wire. That's kind of all I've been watching, really.
Honestly, that's one of those shows you just sit and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be like the next 3 months of my life.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. Well, that's a great hit list.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give some suggestions
Please.
to the audience of what I've been watching recently. Mostly a lot of murder documentaries, you guys. So much true crime. They're killing, and I'm watching. Mr. and Mrs. Murder on Hulu. You need to watch. It is. You're gonna think you know what happened. You don't know what happened. Did he get eaten by an alligator? Maybe. Maybe not. Go watch that one. Also, got to give it up for Furry Detectives on AMC. Furry Detectives Unmasking a Murder. Everyone should be talking about this documentary. No one is, because it's on AMC and hard to find and hard to watch.
Okay.
But it is about a group of furries who came together because they figured out that someone else in the furry community was a zoo sadist. Zoo sadists are people who like to have sex with animals and torture them. And
The hell?
yeah, the furries don't like those people, because the furries are like, we're furries, we're chill, we're not with them. But those people are like, no, we're with you, like you guys. And so this group of furries came together and were like, we got to out these guys, we got to get them all arrested. And they take down this huge animal abuse ring that's connected to like a child abuse ring that's like the recently in the news, a child abuse ring, like, and I think Ohio was shut down. What? They were like connected to that, like who they brought that down. And at the end of it, it's like these furries who are like, in all ways but physical, I am a wolf. And also, yes, I did just save 30 children. You're welcome. And it's the best documentary that is out right now. All 4 episodes are out on AMC, so go check that out. And I'll do a fun one. I'm going to give
Please.
Let's do something light. It's the summer. Let's do something fun. I am loving this season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
They're really just having fun. And I think let's just make a parody of every show we love. Mm-hmm. So we got, obviously, Abbott Elementary. Yeah. Then they did... Is It Cake?
Yeah, that one was good.
That one was good.
I think that's the last one I watched.
Yeah, they also did Succession. And
nice. I can't wait to watch that.
That one was good.
Yeah.
That one was good. And they did another one, and I can't remember.
That's the show that makes the most sense to do a Succession parody.
It was worth it. They even did like a different version of the song.
Wow. Is that one out yet?
Yeah, that one's out.
I'm going to watch that tonight.
So I'm gonna give it to It's Always Sunny, 17 seasons in.
Dude.
And only now do they all look way too rich to play those characters.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
They do look a little too rich to own a
Philly
dive bar.
Yep. Now you're looking back, you're like, I see
all right.
No, you got your veneers. No.
New teeth, new jawline, all that shit.
Charlie, you don't eat cat food. I can tell now.
Exactly.
You have a skincare routine.
That's funny.
Thank you so much for joining me, Niles.
Of course.
What can the people follow you on? What are you working on next?
I'm writing a few movies right now that I'm excited about. And I'm gonna be directing my first movie at the end of the year, so like that's really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just follow me on Instagram, the Niles Abston Show.
There you go. Thanks so much, everybody.